Hi guys, this is Sonia and this is the cinnamon roll. Now, you're gonna wanna lie on the floor and start first by squeezing the abs and rolling up onto your shoulder blades. From here, eyes go to the right. I like going to the right, you might like going to the left, so you can try both. Eyes go to the right, keep the toes off the floor, left hand travels in front, and you slowly, as you roll onto the right shoulder, start lifting the legs up towards the ceiling and the tailbone. Really push into the floor with the arms until you can reach back with the toes. And then you can slowly bring one leg down and on to the floor. And that is your cinnamon roll. Extra little tips for the cinnamon roll. Like I said, the gaze is really important. You're going from being folded forward and so looking right to your center to having to look to the right and then gaze upwards. So the motion of your head, if you just want to map it out at first, is you're going to be like this with your legs in front of you, and then you're going to turn your head to whichever side you're going to roll over. I like going over to the right. So your head's going to go to the right, and then you're going to pull your head back to roll over onto that right shoulder. The moment that's really hard is that little moment in between, the twilight zone I like to call it, where you're on your back and you're just trying to roll right over that shoulder. You want to make sure, like I said before, that you pull the shoulder blade back and lift the solar plexus up, or else you're going to stay on that little bone there and you're going to wind up having a big bruise. So make sure you pull the shoulder down so that the shoulder, you're right on the meat of that delt there. Next thing, the arms are really important for balance. Press into the floor with those arms. Find that balance. Keep playing with the energy that's in your fingertips and in your arms. So you're pressing with the left arm, pushing out into the floor this way with the right arm. Another thing you want to think about is bringing the hips up. So as you are, kind of like when you're doing a candle. So if I'm here and my hips are back behind me, you want to think about thrusting the hips up and forward, all right, as you roll over, or else your legs will never get back and you'll fall over. Also, think about engaging the hamstrings when you go back into the scorpion. That will keep you nice and balanced. And of course, keep the core really nice and tight. So a great way to get ready for the cinnamon roll, or to practice it if you're not ready to do it freestanding away from the pole, is to actually try it at the base of the pole. It makes for a fun little move. It helps you find that dynamic, that switch between the crunch in and the arch back. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna lie down at the base of the pole, right, on your back with the pole on your right side. Of course, if you rather roll over your left side, you want the pole to be to the left. So if I am lying down on the floor here, I'm going to be pulling the pole out of the ceiling. That's my engagement. The left arm is right by my side here. I'm going to tuck my tummy in, hook my right knee up onto the pole as I thrust my hips up. The hip thrust is very, very important to get that tailbone reaching up towards the ceiling. So we go up. So what you don't want to do is stay down here. You really want to thrust the hips up. Look over the right shoulder once that knee is nice and tight onto the pole, and roll over that left shoulder. So that's more or less what's going to be happening on the floor away from the pole. Now, if you like this video, go and check out tantratutorials.com.